everyone says, well, just start a business. But no one ever said the 5 best ways to do it. And let me tell you, I have done over 14 of the very wrong ways, with the last one leaving me ugly crying on my bathroom floor, ready to just completely give everything up. If you're Googling business ideas I can start while working full-time, but everything feels too risky, too time intensive, or frankly, it requires you to quit tomorrow, you're not looking for more ideas out in the world. What you need is the right vehicle. And most people, they choose the wrong one. They choose the one that looks the coolest on Instagram or that sounds good at some networking event. They don't actually choose the right vehicle that fits their life, fits who they are, extrovert, introvert. So today, I am going to show you all 5, but more importantly, by the end of this video, you will be able to pick the right vehicle for you that won't leave you ugly crying on your bathroom floor. Hi, I'm Shannon Baird. After 12 years in marketing and my own Valentine's Day layoff, yes, nothing says love better, I had to figure all of this out super fast. And now I help corporate moms who are absolutely exhausted and ready to burn the boats and move to some tropical island. I help them plan their exit strategically and not recklessly. You probably think the best place to start is the one that's most scalable, the passive income dream. You can just take your computer and go live by the ocean, sit on the beach and work, right? Well, let me tell you, all of those gurus out there who sell you this magic, will just throw it up on the internet and everyone's gonna come and everyone's gonna love it and you're gonna have a great life. They're just setting you up for your burnout 2.0. If you do a little digging, there are so many people who have bought courses and gone all in only to realize that what they chose doesn't actually fit them, it doesn't work for them. So today, we're going to talk about all 5 different models that I see as viable for service-based business, and I am going to tell you the exact one to never, ever start with. Please, trust me, because it's the one I have. I feel like there should be some meme. Did Shannon do it? Then don't do it. Remember those 14 plus failed business ideas that I started this video out with? Yeah, if you want to hear all about my failures and all of the things that I've tried that haven't worked for me, please leave a comment and let me know. If you have tried out business ideas that haven't worked for you, comment. Let's commiserate together on all of our wonderful failures. But through all of that, I learned 2 things. Number 1, that you can do either a service-based business or a product-based business. As an exhausted corporate mom, let me tell you, service-based all the way, all the way. So much less effort, and you already have what you need in your noggin. You don't have to go out and recreate anything at all. The second thing is that each of these 5 models, they have different time requirements, different income timelines, how long it's going to take you to bring in dollars, and different risk levels. So, without further ado, let's talk about all 5 models. We are going to start at the very end. What better place to start, right? Okay, so we've got number 5, which is digital products. You know that? The dream, just take your laptop to the beach and make millions. not the best place to start. So let's talk about why. But first, I do have to get on my soapbox for just 1 second. The gurus, the people that you follow online, are trying to sell you something. But the thing that they don't tell you that really just pisses me off is that they had some sort of privilege or they've had some sort of sacrifice. There is something you can't just magically, well, just put it online and now you're a millionaire. That just doesn't work. And a lot of creators and people who help in this space, they don't talk about how they got there, the privilege. Like maybe they lived with their parents for a while. Maybe their parents supported them. I mean, fuck, Jeff Bezos' dad gave him a shit ton of money to start his business. But he doesn't say that. Nobody talks about the privileges and the sacrifices that they've had to make. So think about that next time you're scrolling and you're depressed, thinking, well, why am I not further ahead? Trust me, I've been there. Okay, now let's talk about digital products and why I don't think that it is the best first place to start. So in order to sell them, you have to have an audience, somebody who wants them. You can't just put it up one day and hope it all works out. Nope. You don't have any testimonials yet. Nobody can believe in what you're selling, and so they're not going to buy. We are social creatures. We want to know that somebody else did it and it worked for them, so it could potentially work for us. If we don't know that, and we have to be the first ones to raise our hand, that's going to be really challenging. I mean, think about when you were in school. Were you the one that first raised your hand? Great. How many other people, though, were the first ones to raise their hand? Right? I was always the weird kid. I'm like, pick me, I know the answer. But not everyone's wired like that. They need testimonials. They need to see other people have succeeded in doing that. And the other potential problem that you could run into is that you're building in a vacuum. You don't yet really know what people want. And so you could be creating something that nobody wants. And you've spent all of this time, all of this energy, and you're just beating your head against that proverbial wall, screaming, please, please, somebody, anybody. And everyone's like, okay, crazy lady, I don't know about this. So for digital products, time to create is about 20 to 40 hours up front. So you're creating, usually it's a course of some sort, maybe PDFs, those aren't as popular, but it takes time to map everything out, to record it, to edit it, to put it up on a platform, all of that stuff. Time to sell it to where you can be like, oh yeah, okay, we're getting somewhere, is about 3 to 6 months. And your cash flow timeline to make any meaningful income is about 6 to 12 months. So if your heart is really set on digital products, my suggestion would be to start talking in the public space. So pick your favorite platform and just start talking to see what people respond to before you create a product. And then create your product. And if you're okay at your job and you're not wanting to stab your eyeballs every day and you have that 12-month leeway, then knock yourself out. If you don't and you just want to get out, then let's go to number 1. Okay, so we have model number 1, freelancing and done for you services. This is about execution. What deliverable could you actually get paid for? So think setting up someone's email, bookkeeping services, You're doing the thing for people. And this is the best place to start because you start to get in cash flow. You're starting to get testimonials. You're starting to really gain confidence in what you're offering and frankly being out in the world. It can be kind of scary to put yourself out into the world and to ask for feedback from people, to hope that they like the work that you've done for them. That's why I think number one, freelancing is the absolute best place to start. You can get your first paying client in 30 days. All you have to do is look around, ask your friends, have your friends ask their friends, maybe there's somebody at work who is in the same boat you are and they need your service to help them. There's people everywhere. Time commitment, it's about 10 to 15 hours because you are executing and you are having to go out to find those people. So there is a little bit of a commitment. But you can cash flow in less than a month. That first client, they're gonna pay you. And then you have retainers. If you do bookkeeping, for instance, maybe you onboard somebody and charge them a specific amount, and then they have monthly retainer that they pay you for ongoing service. So within the first months, you could be $1,000 to $5,000 already in the bank. Depending on your income and how much you need, that even right there could be enough for you to stay home. If you take out daycare and you take out gas and you take out all of the trips to Target that you tell yourself to make you feel better, all the stress shopping, this could be the income that gets you home. Then once you are good with this and you better understand putting yourself out into the world, you have some testimonials. Now we go on to number 2. Model number 2 is consulting. So in freelancing, you're doing the thing for them, you're executing. And with consulting, it's more about strategy. You're taking the entire situation, diagnosing the problem, and you're giving them the roadmap to do themselves. So think marketing audits, operations strategy, financial planning, HR consulting, things like that. With this change of doing it for them to strategy, now your life experience is really starting to come into play and you advise them on how to do it. So you take your freelancing clients that you have gained over the last few months, and now you say, hey, instead of me doing it for you, I am now going to teach you how to do it for yourself. This also flips the amount of money that you can charge. You can get your first paying client within 30 days. You now have the testimonials, you now have the experience, you now have the things behind you to actually have somebody trust you to do it, to help them with it. Your time commitment, it's a little bit less because you're not doing the thing, you're just using the brain, you're using the knowledge that you already have. Most of the time is just gonna be thinking and telling them what to do, really. And if you systematize it, all the better. I love systems. Ask my husband. He teases me all the time about it. Cash flow is about 4 to 8 weeks. It can take a little bit of time. You might have them pay a little bit initially and then finish at the end and they pay you the rest. However you structure that could change that timeline a little bit. And your income potential completely skyrockets at this point. If in freelancing you weren't able to make enough to come on home, then oftentimes in consulting you can. And you can also leverage yourself more. You can expand more. It really opens up your horizons to what you can do and the amount of income that you can bring in. Now we have model number 3, which is one-on-one coaching. So this could be career transition. Maybe you're a health coach. Maybe you're a business coach. It's the one-on-one relationship that you have with somebody that you're meeting with, usually weekly, sometimes bi-weekly, whatever that arrangement is, and they pay you every month for it, which is nice because now you have reoccurring revenue. And it's really incredibly fulfilling to watch somebody have an aha moment and that deep transformation that you know you were a part of. I've been a part of a few of these, and it is just the coolest thing to see. There's also flexible delivery because a lot of times the people that you would be coaching, they also have jobs. So you could do evenings, weekends. There's a lot more room in it, and it's more about the agreement between the two of you than anything else. And it's oftentimes after work hours anyways. Time commitment, it's about 10 to 15 hours. It really depends on how many people that you want to take on, and again, your processes and systems that you have set up so that each person is the same. Right? It gets onboarded and your program is the same. Your income potential could be anywhere from 8 to 15,000 initially, and it really depends on how many people you feel comfortable with bringing on and at one time being able to go through your process. I personally did coaching for a hot minute, and I am an introvert. I love to be at home. I spend 90% of my time in my house, and I love it. So one-on-one coaching is best for nurturers, if you love to nurture people, especially if your kids are getting older and you still have that mom in you that wants to care for somebody. Coaching is fantastic, and they actually listen to you. That's another bonus point. You don't have any teenage temper tantrums or 2-year-old temper tantrums. They listen to you because they pay you. But it's good for extroverts, nurturers, people who really want to build relationship with other people. One-on-one coaching is absolutely incredible and so fulfilling, so fulfilling. So if you have done freelancing, consulting, and now we have one-on-one coaching, you can tie those strings together and lead someone through a complete journey if you want, thinking about this really high level, what you want the end to be, and then you work backwards. Okay, now we have model number 4, which is group coaching. So if one-on-one coaching feels like a lot, maybe group coaching would be a better answer for you. This is where you take 5 to 20 people through some sort of structured process, whether it's a 21-day content creation challenge, a 6-week boot camp, something that's structured. And I have found that doing one-on-one coaching initially is really helpful for that because you can really nail down and be specific about what moves the needle for people. So then you can create a bigger program that then is group coaching for a handful of people at one time. So this one is best because you can leverage your time. Rather than one-on-one, you now are one to many. I would suggest no more than 20 because then it kind of doesn't feel as intimate and it's harder to give people the attention that they need. But the community magic that happens is absolutely incredible. They start to come together, encourage one another, answer each other's questions, taking you out of it altogether. It's not just dependent upon you. They start to depend on one another, holding each other accountable. And it is this really, really cool thing to watch happen. And now they're friends forever. Sometimes they do make relationships that last beyond your program. And that is way, way, way cool to see. You have a transformation, and now you introduce them to new friends they didn't even know they needed. The other thing is that you just continue to iterate and repeat rather than having to create something from scratch. Like for instance, with freelancing, you say, okay, what's your problem? Okay, I can do these things to fix your problem. With group coaching, you've already got that figured out. And so it really is just about systems, and you're making minor tweaks along the way to improve things rather than this massive overhaul for each cohort. And then you can choose how many times that you want to run it. Do you want it to be every couple of months, every month, once a year? Do you want to take the complete summer off and enjoy your children? You can do that too. It's really, I think, the most flexible outside of digital products. Your time commitment is about 8 to 12 hours a week, and a lot of that is administration, answering questions, the time that you are with them. Oftentimes it's once a week that you're with the entire group, and then maybe you have breakout groups. I don't know, but it's about 8 to 12 hours a week. And your income potential, depending on what you do and how much somebody is willing to pay you for that transformation that you're offering, can be anywhere from $5,000 to $40,000, even more than that. The barrier is that you need to have a group of people ready to go. So oftentimes you'll see someone say, get on my wait list. That is a collection of people that they are getting ready. And if you want 20 people, then you're going to need to make sure that you have like 90% more, 190%, 90%, whatever that math would work out to be. I am not a math genius. Thankfully, I am married to one. I would say you would want probably to think about 10% of the people that raise their hand and say that they're interested might actually be interested and go forward. So that's why all of these models kind of build on each other, because you are building that circle of people. So now you can go back to the people that you did freelance work for, consulting work for, and say, hey, I'm starting this group coaching if you're interested. You now have a bigger pool of people, and along this way, you've also been posting on socials, you've been talking to people, maybe you go to networking groups, all of those things. And so you now have a place to go and say, hey, I'm doing this thing. Come on in if this sounds good. So that's why group coaching does need to have a little bit of a foundation first, so that you're not showing up to an empty class. Or worse yet, a class with just one person when you said it was a group. That's a little uncomfortable. We don't want that. If you're finding value in this video, please tickle that like button so that I can reach other struggling, burned out corporate moms who are ready to just burn it all down. Let's catch them before it's all burned. Now we are going to put your plan together. If you know me at all, I am a woman of action. I don't like just taking in information, walking away and going, yeah, that was great. I call it mental masturbation. We want you to actually, I shouldn't say we, I should say I, want you to actually take this information and do something. Go and change your life. Blow the people in your life, your loved ones, blow them away. Do this all secretly and quiet until one day they're like, what happened to you? We like this person. She's not stressed anymore. Okay, so let's go to your potential roadmap. So month 1 through 6 would be freelancing. You're doing the thing for the people. You have deliverables that you are handing in, so to speak. You can get some fast cash, start stocking that away for your bank account. I like to call it the freedom number, that number that you need to have in your bank account to make you and your partner comfortable so that you can put in your 2-week notice. We don't want to just fly by the seat of our pants. We want to make sure that we are making good decisions so that we don't ever, once we leave corporate, have to go back again, ever. Okay. Also in freelancing, you are getting your testimonials, you're getting your proof of concept, you're really getting your legs underneath of you, figuring out how this whole business thing even works, how to talk to people, how to be visible on socials, all those good things. The beginning, baby steps. Month 6 through 12 will be about consulting. So you're going to go from doing the thing, the deliverable, and now you're going to be focusing on strategy. You're going to be using that beautiful brain that you have and all of that wonderful knowledge that you have learned in life at this point. You're starting to get results. You're starting to understand what people are responding to. You're getting more comfortable on socials. You're getting more comfortable asking for business, asking for money. This is like toddlerhood, maybe without so much fighting. You get what I mean. Okay, so now we have month 12 through 18, which you're going to focus on coaching, choose your own adventure. If you want to do one-on-one and you love relationships, you're an extrovert, and that's the way you want to go that way with gusto. If you are a little bit more of an introvert or you want to spread out you want to, what's the word? You want to leverage your time, then do group coaching. If you want to even do more of a hybrid like I talked about, where you do some one-on-one coaching to really understand your group program, that, my friend, is bonus points. Now we have digital products as number 5. So that would be at 18 to 24 months is usually what I say. You start to create scalable assets. So you take all the things that you have learned, all the feedback that you've gotten, your entire audience that you've built, and now you give them things that they can use without you. And that is how you actually scale your business beyond just your time. There are 2 things that I live and die by, and the reason that I have so many failed attempts. Number 1 is leveraging of my time. I'm selfish. I really am. I would rather be on the beach with my family than working. It sounds so much more fun. Not working on the beach, but just spending time living life. And number 2, and with that, if you can't make money in your sleep, then you don't really have a business. It's just a new job. And number 2, I am all about systems and processes. 100%. You have good systems, you have good processes, and you can scale to the moon on anything that doesn't involve your time. Until we find some sort of magical time travel? No, portal? I don't know. Until we can create more time for ourselves beyond the 24 hours that we all get. Those are the 2 things, leveraging your time as well as systems and processes, which leverage your time also. So now you know what a potential timeline could look like for you. let's start talking about knowing your own starting point. Maybe you don't start with freelancing. Maybe you have time and you do go straight to digital products. So there are 3 questions that you need to answer for yourself to be able to know the best vehicle to start with. Because what is best for you might not be best for somebody else. Okay, so we have the first one is, how fast do you need money? So I want you to ask yourself, do you wake up every morning and want to stab your eyeballs? You hate your job. You are just exhausted by it. You would rather just be at home making sourdough bread and cookies for when your kids come home from school. Or are you okay at your job? It's not bad, but you just want to build your own dream. So you have a little bit of time. Then maybe you do start with digital products, but depending on how fast you need money would really depend on where you start, whether it's freelancing, consulting, coaching, digital products, all the good things. And then number 2 is, how much time do you have? And right here, I'm going to give you some honesty. Okay, so pull up. Let's have a little bit of honesty, shall we? Time for me is, I'm trying to figure out how to say this nicely. I see so many wonderful, amazing moms waste so much time in impressing other people. What do I mean by that? Little Johnny. You have little Johnny, little Susie, and each of them are in 5 different activities and after school things, and you are immediately going from your job to all the different things, and then you come home at 8 o'clock and you're exhausted. Do they really need to be involved in all of that? I mean, do they really? We have this perception as moms, we want to give our kids the world, right? I want to give my kids the world. But in our current society, it's all about the doing and not the being. I'll never forget one of my kids, a sweet, sweet kid. He would come home from school, and the first time that he said this, I was like, oh my God, what a wise child. But he came home and I was asking him to do something, and he said, Mom, as an elementary kid, Mom, I have been on all day long. I just need to be off for a little while. And I was like, oh my God, what a wise child. But I think that we oftentimes as moms want our kids to have all of these experiences, but we're exhausting them. We're exhausting ourselves. And so I want you to have a real gut check with what you're doing with your time. There's the busy mom badge, which I call it an STD, a socially transmitted disease, because we are rewarded the more that we're doing, the more that we're running around frantic, the more exhausted we are, the more we think that people respect us. We think we are being a better mom, a better person, when in reality, we're just wearing everybody the fuck out. Everyone around us is exhausted and just wishes that we would sit in a chair and be quiet for 5 minutes and leave them alone. So I say this with all the love, all the care, and know that I've had these conversations with myself in my journal. Being a good mom means one thing only, that your kid, makes me emotional just to talk about it. The one thing is that your kids know and feel deep in their soul that you love them and that you are their biggest cheerleader. That's it. If your children have that, you are an amazing mom. You don't have to be buying all the shit for Christmas. You don't have to be going here, there, and everywhere thinking that they want to be in 20 different activities. That's it. Just to know that they are loved and you are a good mom. Okay. I will step off my soapbox now. Thank you for indulging that tangent. Okay. And now we have question number 3. What actually energizes you? So if you are an introvert like me, one-on-one coaching may not energize you. Freelancing, one of my failed marketing agency ideas I tried with my husband, the one that left me ugly crying on my bathroom floor. That is all about freelancing. Not my thing. As an introvert, I need to protect my energy with everything I have. So not good choice. So what energizes you? Do you get energized by executing, by doing the things? Then it's freelancing. Do you totally geek out on strategy and could have hour-long discussions with people about your thing? Then maybe it's consulting. Are relationships really super important to you? So then maybe your starting point is coaching. Take all the answers within these 3 questions and consider where you want to start for you. Not where you want to start for anybody else, not where some fancy guru is telling you. In your soul and spirit, where do you want to start?